Alright, time for a Amumu game. I will be playing against an AD Shaco here, which is a bit of a problem situation. With like early invade potential. I'm playing a pretty weak early game champion, right? So I have to keep this in mind. So I'm just gonna have to go over there. Whether my Fiora leashes for me or not, I'm gonna have to start blue buff here if I want to be the safest possible. Because Shaco's probably going to do a very quick 3 topside clear here, basically. So I'm just going to go over here and do my blue buff so I can clear down into more people. So red is going to be a much riskier invade if he wants to go for it, which leaves me with a better survivability chance, I'd say. Because if I start red here and I clear towards topside, I'm kind of doomed instantly if he decides to do his topside camps and then invade me. So in this situation here, this is going to guarantee, or at least be the most likely scenario where I can guarantee most of my camps or all of my camps. So that's definitely what I want to look for here. If you are like you could also decide to just start solo raptors with E to make that a thing. But in this situation, I don't want to risk that too much because of the fact that he could just still go for the invader regardless. And then that solo raptor start is really not going to do anything. So just clearing down from this point is going to be the most favorable for me, basically. Why I'm doing this. Elo of this game is like high platinum, so you are aware. And, yeah. Keep like an eye out on Shaco, really. Gonna be done with his 3 camps by now. Gonna danger ping there, because she is the most likely to get ganked in a situation like this. If he either goes for the invade on me, right, which obviously isn't effective right now, or he just ganks this Fiora because the wave is pushing into the Garen. Mid lane is not really in a gankable state, so unless he does go for the Fiora gank or I guess invade my red buff here, then there's nothing else to really be worried about. Use Q for mobility here, so you save time in that sense with your camps. Keep your auto attacks going as well, don't forget those. This is the scary part, because if he now decides to invade me, there's nothing I can do about it. Actually gonna pop the potion here as well, mostly. I will smite this. Because I think at this point there's a very high likelihood for a Shaco gank on bot. But I could counter this situation because the wave is good. They engage on... Oh, that's a ward there. That's kind of annoying, actually. Guess I can walk in like this and hope for the best that this isn't warded. Yeah, that's good. Oh, the minion. I couldn't do anything, man. The minion wave was just blocking me too hard. I might be able to still go for the dive on this. If I could walk around here. Dive. Shaco is top lane right here, right? So this should be an easy dive. Yeah, they got it. They got it by themselves. That's fine. Since Shaco is top, his Gromp's gonna respawn probably in like a couple seconds here. So I could probably take that. He might go for mine. Yeah, there is his Gromp respawning as expected. Nice. Okay, Bard greeted. That's good. He's gonna go for my Gromp here, so I'm just gonna take his Gromp and his Wolves, because we're like he started blue apparently, which you don't see very often, especially on AD Shacos, if I'm being honest. But I'm gonna do this and his Wolves to counteract the fact that he basically does the same thing against me, or should do the same thing against me here. So if he decides to now walk out of base and kill me on Wolves, that'd be unfortunate. But very good botlane situation there. Very, very good. Okay, Bard's over there. It shouldn't matter because he's not going to check the scamp ever. Now the only situation I could die to is if Shaco instantly Qs over the wall here and kills me. Because I'm in a very bad position at the moment if that happens. Right, so first item here, we're just going to go for Sunfire. Take all of it. Sunfire is great first item damage. Survivability as well. Synergizes really well with your E and stuff like that. Helps me against Shaco, especially for armor purposes. So very, very, very strong first item. Let's see if he took my Gromp and my Wolves. Because if he didn't, I'm super far up on him. Oh, there's the box here, so I can only imagine he did. This is fine. He had to step back there, so that's bad for him. Dead. Perfect. I'm not even going to check my Gromp, because if my Wolves are down, my Gromp is definitely down. So there's no point in checking. Get the pick up the kill on the Kali though, which is nice. Okay, we're just going to do this camp, and then my Krugs probably into a bot lane gank, or maybe just a bot lane gank right away, actually, because the wave positioning is favorable for this. On my way. I'm just going to walk here, sweep this bush, and then we just hug the side of the wall here to avoid the most wards possible. I want them to go in slightly early, because then we can have cleanup duty. Like, they can bait a fight out, potentially, you know? That's good. That works. I would have imagined the enemy team trying to fight that a little bit better, but I'm actually gonna push this wave out. Shaco was spotted topside, so we just Dragon. Shaco gets my entire topside here. That's fine. I got Dragon, and I can also take his bot side once again. Because their respawn on that should be good enough, at least. Yeah, the bot lane fight, like, they were so far pushed in that the gank opportunity was just too good. Shaco is definitely somewhere topside still, I would imagine. I'd be surprised if he wasn't. Like that. Unfortunately, I am not level. Get him within ult range, please, Malzar. Thank you. Q about now to CC chain. Good. I'm just gonna do blue here. And then take his Gromp and his... You see the Akali instantly. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. Very, very good stuff. It's always lovely when your team plays with you for certain things. Okay, so I'm just taking his Gromp and his Wolves because he's definitely taken my entire top side of this situation. For sure. If he doesn't, then I don't know, man. So we're taking all of this again to not lose out on anything, basically. As long as he walks towards me, he'll never die there. If he doesn't walk towards me there, he can die. Oh, he still died. Okay. I think I'm probably dead here. Yeah, definitely dead here. Okay. I didn't get the burst to Shaco as hard as I would have liked. I didn't notice Malzar's mana bar. I noticed it later on, but not initially. To see the problem, basically. As obviously he didn't have the mana to do anything there, so I now just give a shutdown. Realistically, here I have to walk out of base towards Rift Herald. I really would like to greed and full clear towards it, but that's just gonna give Shaco the Rift Herald, which would not be good. There is a small chance that some of these camps are here. We can check with Q. Okay. Currently don't have ult though, which is a bit of a problem going into this. These two are down. That's fine. Not doing Rift Herald. That is very interesting. 1 second. Okay, that's fine. Mid lane ganks are always great if you have like a Malzahar or something like that for the ult. Yeah, okay. Just Herald. I missed, but Malzahar just clicks ult. Yes, perfect. Very nice. He queued already, so basically after that he doesn't have flash, right? So my Q is essentially a guaranteed hit in the initial stage. And then as long as like his Q is like a 9 or 10 second cooldown at this stage, I believe. So as long as Malzahar literally just clicks ult, Shaco will die there every single time. Got Rift Herald here, that's beautiful. And then I get Scuttle here as well. Yeah, obviously Garen just walks up here, so we go for it. Garen just hard sprints. I did not really want to take that one. Okay, I guess I survived it, but that was... I threw the Q, and in that exact second, I was like, oh boy. That might cost me my life. It didn't, but it definitely could have. In enough pings, they may not have seen the Shaco in that specific scenario. So he just insta-spamping. This Garen doesn't have teleport, so we hard shoved up. Literally hard shove because we have Rift Herald. So we want to hold on to the Rift Herald as long as physically possible. Okay, this should be about the time I use it because the mid laner is rotating and I don't want to stick around too long. But that should still finish off like most of the turret, which is good. And plate's low. Okay. I was just being like kind of careful there. If the Akali like overcommits, I could try something, but otherwise not really. Sorks here, beautiful. Leandry's next. Right, so dragon in 40 seconds. I'm assuming at this point that my bot side camps are just down. There it is. Shaco definitely took my red buff. Probably took some more. Botman took and lost the fight, sadly.
Come play with me.
Shaco probably gonna show up here. Didn't. Interesting. Move, please. Don't be blind. Please, 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 please. Come on, man. That is so annoying. All he had to do was walk there and he dies. Can you... please just click on something, my guy. Damn. All he had to do was just walk into the Raptors there and it's just a free fight win. That's kind of rough. Oh, that's annoying. The Bard being there really sucks for me actually here. Yeah, that Bard threw my plan off, unfortunately. I thought it was just going to be like a Kali Shaco, which would have been completely fine. Okay, this is clearly warded somewhere. Just gonna get the mid wave.
Come play with me.
It should be an engage for sure. My Samira is very, very strong here.
Let's find some friends.
That's a kill, good. I'm gonna have to go for this. Pray for the best. I got the flash out on that one. I think I might be dead here because Malzar is just not rotating simply. We might be able to Dragon if Malzar rotates now because Akali apparently isn't chasing, which is fine. Pretty close fights. Could you be so kind as to not let me tank the Dragon on this HP, please, Malzar? And those small minions should do the trick. Alright, good. Overall fight, I think is good for us. I think it's worked out quite nicely. I didn't see her lose a shutdown necessarily. Did she? She did lose a shutdown there. The Shaco, I guess. Yeah, okay. Man, that was a while ago, actually. I don't know.
Where are we going?
I have to do my camps here at this point. I cannot be falling too far behind on XP. That would be really bad. I definitely need my levels on this champion. Overall fight situations are really good though. I think that the last fight there was a fine situation to trade. Ooh. Alistar doesn't have ult yet, but I don't think it should be a problem there. We have pretty good vision on bot, so it's unlikely that Shaco would be going for a bot lane gank right here. But at this point... Okay, no, if Shaco stop. Yeah, Shaco. Okay, Fior's dead. Fair enough. I'm gonna do the first item. Interesting.
Find some friends.
Gonna hit the plant here. Believe this scuttle should be here. Yes, it is. Alright, before we continue with the rest of this video, I quickly wanted to mention that about 60% of the people who watch my videos aren't actually subscribed. So if you do enjoy my content, it would be greatly appreciated if you consider subscribing checking if you're subscribed. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this video. It's potentially risky scuttle, this one. I cannot really fight the Garen. I mean, there's a high chance actually Garen just ulted Fiora, so maybe I could. But he is also level 11, and I don't necessarily want to risk it, if I'm being honest. Really? Did I just miss? Oh yeah, I missed, apparently. Very interesting. Oh, that's Box Sphere is gonna kill him for sure. Gonna have to go mid here. GC lock him on the turret. Goodbye, Shaco. All I really have to do there is just clear the wave, which I can do with my ult at the same time. I just completely lock him down. He doesn't get the jump out of it. Garen will never kill me here. Surely not. I'm just too tanky for that one. That's fine. Can pick out the plant here. Might be able to do a Rift Herald, but I don't have Smite currently, which is potentially a problem. Garen's gonna have to walk very safely though, so I feel like this should be reasonable. Just start because Shaco's obviously still dead as well. And this Rift Herald might allow me to help this break that turret, or just get one of these turrets, which are worth more gold. Mid turret might not be necessary, basically. I'd say you're not... Dude, I have... Please. Too much gold. I'm not going to go for that with this much gold, because it'll just be a throw for no reason. I'm in a pretty comfortable state here, so I think I'll go for the Demonic. If I was like in a less comfortable state, I could consider going a tank item in this ult, which I could still consider. I could still going like Abyssal Mask or something like that, if necessary. But... Stall. Just stall, that's all I have to do. Oh, that was not the real one. Wow. Fair play, Shaco. I actually genuinely thought that was the real one. Fair enough. Goddamn. He got me with the mind games. Flash. I'm gonna do this and CC him here. He should be dead. Perfect. You cannot cancel this CC. If it goes off on a Amumu like that, it goes off. He has to do it sooner, which he didn't, obviously. In this situation, we could just push for bot turret here. I want the 600 gold turret at this stage because the mid turret's already gone, so I don't have to worry about that. I'm just gonna herald this turret instantly. And pressuring for one of these side turrets is what you want to do with this herald if the mid lane turret at this stage after the turret platings fall is not... Oh, I forgot about Bard. You annoying little rats. That's my bad. I mean, it's still gonna result in us getting the turret, so I guess overall it doesn't matter, but I hate Bard Ultimate so much. It should get the bounce on the next turret if we can afford... If we can get that, that'd be really good, but... As long as it gets the bounce, I'm very happy about it. That's very good. I'll take the bounce gladly. But we get that turret for a lot of gold towards the team, so that's really nice. I obviously cannot smite any of this. You can't pick that up. That is literally just for the jungler, my boy. I'm at my ult in like 4 seconds, so I can definitely do something here. Nice, nice, nice. My ult came. Oh my god, I'm dead. I shouldn't have flashed. Should never have flashed. That was just an instant reaction. Flashing there is bad because flash ult on a Amumu is worth way too much to waste like that. The ignite from... Like, the Shaco surprise into the ignite killed me. If I want to flash out of this fight, I should have flashed over the wall here. That would have been much smarter. But yeah, flash is like kind of holy on this champion, and I just react flash like that, which is a big mistake. Oh, Shaco's not dead yet, actually. I actually thought Shaco died there, but apparently he did not. I'm gonna be up in like 7 seconds. I will move over as fast as possible. Yeah, I'm not... Like, the fight situation overall, very happy about that. Doesn't really matter. But the fact that I flashed is something I'm very unhappy about. Like, I react flashed while I should have just taken the death there, because I was definitely dead already. So it's a complete waste of a flash, which is not great. I can kill Baron very, very quickly by solo damaging it on a Amumu.
slain.
Just have to find an opening for it. Ideally, like...
Play with me.
My team pushes bot at the same time as what I was about to say. Okay, that's not great.
An ally has been slain.
Let's find some friends.
This shouldn't be a problem. I don't think my team should ever get engaged there because Malzahar just has too much wave clear.
Let's find some friends.
Need one person to tank Baron for me. Shaco box on Baron, okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to react to the top side situation here, I think. We should be able to Baron very, very quickly while they are going for top, because we have tremendous Baron damage. Like, I do so much Baron damage, and Malzahar also has a colossal amount of Baron damage. Like, about the number you see here is about half my Baron damage. Thereabouts. About half. Maybe a little less than half, actually. Oh, really? I got them so low as well. Maybe I can get a blind Q. Oh. I mean, they did lose the fight anyway. I bursted them for so much damage that at that point the fight was already over. Realistically, here I have to look for the top turret because this turret's worth 600 gold and I cannot be missing out on that. So this is definitely the thing I should be going for. Get the wave real quick. Like, I have to get this turret. Because I don't... Like, it's 600 local turret gold, basically. So if I don't take this, I'm just literally griefing the entire game. Because missing out on 600 gold when no one can pick it up is really, really bad. So I'm going for this as my priority right now. There you go. See, so look at how much money that gives, man. If you don't go for that, you're just literally just trolling. If Fiora would have been able to pick it up, I probably would have just showed mid lane for this, which would have been fine. Doesn't go for me here, probably. I just Baron the push top lane at the same time here. I have to be respectful of Shaco a little bit because my Sunfire is going to proc turret aggro.
Let's find some
He Qs on me, he dies, which is not going to happen probably, but he could. That should be enough. Perfect. I just had to wait for him to Q there because he was going to engage on me. Pretty much guaranteed. I can never really go for this inhibitor. That would be way too greedy. So I'm just going to reset here because I have no HP left. I also have a lot of gold. So we're going to pick up the Monarch here. And then against this team specifically right now, I should be going for an Abyssal Mask, which I have the perfect money for, which is beautiful. Because magic damage is my biggest threat at the moment. Shaco's things do a lot of magic damage as well. Even though he's building AP Shaco, he still does a reasonable or respectable amount of magic damage. And the Akali is rather fat. So the most likely scenario that I'm going to be taking damage from is magic damage. Plus as well, the Abyssal Mask gives me additional damage on top of it. For magic penetration as well, which is really valuable too. So it's a damage item and a resistance item in one. So it's definitely going to be picked up here. Against this team specifically, my last item is probably going to end up being a stone plate. Probably. So yeah, there's that. But it can also be something like a thorn mill, for example, right, as well. It's a completely solid item to pick up too. Go for this. See C-Lock the Akali completely there with the Malzahar ultimate, which was very nicely timed from him. I have flash ult in 2 seconds, so I can just engage anything I want. That's gonna be my flash ult. And that should be game ender. And Leandry's is kind of... my burn damage here is gonna kind of suck to hit the turret with. Just hit turret now. Oh, the minion spawned. I was about to Q him. I need to defend my Malzahar here. I want to walk out, but I also don't want to let my teammates die. So I'm going to be a little careful here and try to defend them a bit. We go for dragon now. I quickly just yoink this as well. This is good. Very good. Shaco might show up, which I don't think should be an issue. He goes there. Q's probably about there. Yeah, there he is. Blue one. Dead. Good. I'll take my reset here. We're gonna go buy the stone plate, which is what I'm gonna go for in this game here. Because I think that is the most reasonable item to take at the moment.
Find some friends.
But I can also take something like a Thorn Mill very, very easily. A Thorn Mill solid. Frozen Heart can be solid. You could do Rylai's as well for extra slowing potential to be even more annoying. Very solid as well. There's a bunch of options for this last one. A Stone Plate's just generally the best one because it just gives a colossal amount of resistances plus also a colossal shield when you're diving into the enemy team. And ideally you're looking to dive into the enemy team quite a fair amount on this champion. So it is a very, very solid item to be picking up for that reason. I mean, fight's over. The game's over, probably. But gonna ult this guy. It should be fine. Good. And that's the end of the game. Perfect. So Liandry's did about like 2k damage there. The 1600 on this. We have 2k on that. We have an extra 840 on Demonic. Pretty solid. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit the like button below, and I'll see you guys in the endgame stats. Alright, so for the endgame stats here, I ended up doing 26.7k damage, which is the highest in the entire game. Very, very nice. We have true damage at 3000. We have objective damage at 45.6. Healing done at 15k. Damage taken at 28.2k. Self-mitigated damage another 21.5. Gold earned at 15k. And then for the runes, Conqueror healed me for 600, but obviously the adaptive damage is a more relevant factor that you don't see. We have Triumph for a bit of HP, a bit of gold. Tenacity CC reduction is just the best one to take in this tree by far because you don't have any use for attack speed or lifesteal. So every single time regardless of CC. Then coup de grace for the bonus damage to lower HP targets. Doing Last Stand on Amumu really isn't that valuable because of your CC duration. You're going to get them low in a lot of cases, and that's also why building full tank Amumu is generally not worth because of your CC duration. You can just CC lock them for so long that you're never really going to get low in most fight situations, so coup de grace just ends up winning out. Cheap shot for 900 damage and an ultimate hunter is the big one to get your ult cooldown as low as possible because that is the big thing about your kit that you want to be using to win a lot of fights with. So yeah, that is it for Amumu. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you guys tomorrow with another video. Bye.